Umar bin Khattab was a famous Islamic statesman and the second caliph of the Rashidun Caliphate. He was also known as Umar ibn al-Khattab or Umar the Great. His leadership and accomplishments have left an indelible impression on the history of Islam, and his role as a major contributor to the expansion and development of the early Islamic State has left an indelible trace on the history of Islam. Umar was a member of the Quraysh tribe and belonged to the Banu Adi clan. He was born in Mecca in the year 584 CE. Even before he converted to Islam, he had a well-deserved reputation for the physical strength, intelligence, and great sense of justice he possessed. Umar was recognized for his steadfast resistance to the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and others who followed in his footsteps. He was one among the first people to oppose the Islamic teachings. Umar, however, converted to Islam in the 6th year of Muhammad's prophethood, becoming one of the religion's most ardent advocates after his conversion. This conversion had a significant impact on the early Muslim community, as Umar brought his characteristics of leadership, strategic thinking, and administrative expertise to serve the fledgling Islamic State. Umar was the first caliph of the Islamic State and acted as Abu Bakr's advisor throughout the time that Umar was in power. Umar was instrumental in the establishment of the Islamic State. Following the passing of Abu Bakr in the year 634 CE, a council consisting of notable people within the Muslim community selected Umar to succeed him as caliph. His reign, which lasted for 10 years, was defined by a series of extraordinary achievements and reforms. His reign was marked by a series of remarkable achievements and reforms. The growth of the Muslim Empire during Umar's caliphate is regarded as one of the most important achievements of his rule. The Muslim armies, which he commanded, were able to successfully conquer enormous swaths of territory across the Middle East and even further beyond. The Muslim armies were victorious in fights against the Byzantine and Persian empires, and they carried on with the process of expanding the Islamic State into areas that had not been ruled by Islam up to that point. The military methods and leadership of Umar were essential to the success of these conquests, and as a result, he is often considered as one of the most accomplished military commanders in the history of the world. The administration of Umar was distinguished by the administration of justice and impartiality, as well as by its efficiency. He instituted a variety of changes that contributed to the Islamic State's transformation into a prototypical society. Umar is credited with establishing a thorough judicial system, which paved the way for the fair and effective administration of justice. His ideals of treating all citizens with justice and equality, regardless of their socioeconomic standing, have made him famous for his egalitarian approach to politics. Umar was also responsible for the establishment of the Bayt al-Mal, which was a public fund that supported the general welfare of the Muslim community. This included the distribution of stipends for those who were destitute and in need. Umar's rule was distinguished by the importance he placed on maintaining public accountability and looking out for the welfare of his subjects. Because of his strong relationship with the people he was studying, he was able to effectively address their concerns. He is said to have wandered the streets of Medina while disguised in order to have an understanding of the challenges that regular folks confront. It was well known that he personally looked out for the well-being of the impoverished and the orphaned, making certain that they were provided with their legal rights and necessities. In addition to this, one of the most significant aspects of Umar's leadership was his dedication to shura and consultation. When it came to concerns of governance and policy making, he adhered to the practice of soliciting the views and opinions of the Muslim community as well as his advisors. This dedication to a consultative leadership style enabled a greater number of people to participate and ensured the Muslim community made decisions as a group. Umar's personal piety played a significant role in the development of his distinctive style of leadership. He inspired people to develop a passion for learning and education and founded a large number of institutions that focus on education and research. Umar was well aware of the significance of conserving and organizing the Islamic religious canon throughout his time. During his caliphate, the Quran was compiled into a single book, and he took steps to standardize both its recitation and its script. In addition, he standardized the pronunciation of the Quran. Umar's rule came to an end in the year 644 CE when he was murdered by a Persian slave. This marked the end of Umar's reign. Since of his passing, the Muslim community felt a deep sense of loss since they had been deprived of the leadership of a prophetic figure who exemplified justice. However, Umar's legacy lives on, and the contributions he made to Islamic government, justice, expansion, and welfare have left an indelible mark on the annals of Islamic history. Umar bin Khattab was an extraordinary Muslim leader who played a crucial part in the expansion and development of the Islamic State. In conclusion, Umar ibn Khattab was an important figure in the history of the Islamic State. In the annals of Islamic history, he is remembered as a renowned figure because of the leadership characteristics he possessed, his dedication to justice, and his loyalty to Islamic ideals. Umar's contributions to the formation of a just and equal society, the development of the Muslim Empire, and the execution of administrative reforms cemented his position as one of the most influential world leaders of all time.